Hey guys, it's Toan, and one of my favorite things, if you know me, is candles. And no matter how much money I've ever made in the past, even in my fledgling days of TV reporting when I was making like literally $20,000 a year, I would always set aside a little bit of money to buy a candle. Um, could be like a $5 or $10 candle. And what I love so much about candles is that it changes the energy of the room. And I believe that we're all made of energy, and in terms of like bad juju, sometimes you need to light candles or a flame or something just to kind of make it dissipate. But my penchant for candles has grown as I've grown and my tastes have grown. But several people have asked me about how the heck do you take care of your candles, and there's some tips that I gave them that they were like, really? I didn't know that. So the first and foremost, when you light a candle for the first time, you want to make sure that you cut the wick at least, I would say, a quarter of an inch. And the reason why is you do not want it to look like this. You see that? Because what happens is when you burn it and it's long like that, more than a quarter of an inch, a lot of smoke and flames kind of shoot up, and it could be dangerous, A. And then B, look, there's this like black yuckiness around that. You don't want to be smelling that. So one way to do that is I have a little fancy little candle clipper. One of my favorite candle companies is Diptyque. I know Adele and Beyonce use it, and I know that because I read that in Vogue. But if you, you know, don't want to spend all this money, seriously, you can just break it off with your finger. But it's just nice because it looks like a little surgical tool, and it has this little kind of sort of bent shape so that it catches the wick. So you can easily just kind of snip it like that, toss the remaining thing away, and light your candle, and it'll be awesome. In terms of candle care, it's really important. Whenever you light a candle, especially for the first time, you do not want it to tunnel. And what I mean by tunneling is that if you light the candle and you don't let it get liquidy all the way through and touch the brim with liquid, then what it's going to do is the candle has memory, and what it eventually will do is it'll just remember and stop there, stop burning there, and then just kind of tunnel, which will leave you with something yucky like this. See that? And that's a lot of wasted wax, especially for an expensive candle, but just any candle in general. And being Asian, I hate to waste. So look, that is an example of something you shouldn't do. There's still like a fourth of this beautiful, gorgeous candle. But I'm going to be crafty and figure out what to do with that. I love your ideas. Anyway, what you do want to do is, see, let it burn all the way to the edges. And so that will cause it not to tunnel, and you won't waste your money on it. Meanwhile, if you do let it tunnel and you're like, oh crap, I let it tunnel and I didn't see this video or hear about this until somebody told me. So here's a tip, ninja tip. It's so Asian of me. But you get a piece of tin foil and you just wrap the candle all the way around. And you create a little bit of space here to let the smoke out. And what that does is this is sort of like a blanket that wraps around the candle, and then this gets warm, so be careful not to touch it while it's burning without gloves or something, because the foil gets really hot. Because what that does is it makes the brim really hot, or the rim of it really hot, and then it'll melt the sides of the wax. But the tip is you want to make sure that you catch that early, so once you mess up for the first time and it tunnels, or if you need to blow it out because you need to go somewhere, you do not want to leave a candle unattended, then you should do it right away. Otherwise, if it gets halfway, then what's going to happen is this trick doesn't really work. It's not effective, because when you wrap it around, it's going to get all, the wax on the sides will get all liquidy, and then it'll cover the wick, and then you can't use it anymore because the wick doesn't stick out. Does that make sense? Anyway, happy candle burning. I hope you all the best juju up in the world. See you later. Bye.